Hello, everybody. Welcome to our new class. Today, we're gonna finish what we were learning about families. So, to start with our class, we need to talk about possessives, ok? Os possessives são termos, são expressões, são palavras que nos dão a ideia de posse. E posse nada mais é do que você ter alguma coisa e poder dizer que essa coisa é sua, dizer que essa caneta é minha, dizer que essa carteira daqui é dele ou dela. So this is the idea about the possessive, all right? To show possession, to show that something is yours, is mine, is theirs. And when we talk about family, we normally use possessive terms to show that someone is your father, your mother, just like in Portuguese. So for each pronoun that we know, we have a different possessive. So here on the left, we have our normal pronouns that we know. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. So every pronoun here has its own possessive. When you're talking about family, for example, and I'm talking about my family, I have these people in my family, I use my. If we're going to your family, you have these people on your family, we use your. In the third person, we can use his to he, her to she, and its to it. But normally, we are not using it. Normalmente a gente não vai usar esse pronome it em nenhum caso que se relacione a uma família, porque é muito difícil você conversar com alguém sobre a família de sua cadeira, a família de sua mesa, por exemplo. Então, é mais difícil que se aconteça, mas nunca se sabe. If we are going to say we're going to use our family. If we're using you, just like above, it's your. And if we're going to say they, it's their. So I, my, you, your, he, she, it, his, her, or its, we, our, you, your, and they, their. So in the first link in the description below, nesse primeiro link aqui de baixo, você vai ter acesso a esse exercício daqui. É muito simples, você tem essas frases, você só tem que clicar no possessive da frase. Você clicou, ele vai dizer se você acertou ou não. So we are gonna see some examples here on how to use these possessives in our phrases, right? Every one of them, my, your, his, her, its, our, your, and their. So do you remember our family from the last video class? Você lembra da última família que a gente estava trabalhando para começar a aprender esse vocabulário de família? A família de Joanna Dante. So we're gonna bring them back for us to create examples on using those possessives for our practice. So let's bring them here. So here we are again with this family. Let's remember that we are Joanna Dante. Nós vamos fazer todos os exemplos nos baseando na visão de Joana, como se nós fôssemos ela. Nós somos Joanna Dante, né? And then we need to use our possessives. First, of course, if we are talking of our vision as we were Joanna Dante, we can start saying something like Cristina Dante is my mother. So Cristina Dante is my mother. Here it is. Cristina Dante is my mother. Se nós como grupo fôssemos nos definir juntos no plural, como Joanna Dante, então essa mesma frase ficaria um pouquinho diferente. That would be Christina Dante is our mother. If we say that you are Christina Dante, using this pronoun you, which is second person, we would say Christina Dante is your mother. If we're talking about Christina Dante's parents, our grandparents, se a gente for falar da nossa mãe, a gente for falar dela, we're gonna use she, right? Let's think about Poliana Vieira, which is our mother's mother. Vendo pela visão de Cristina, falando dela e pensando na mãe dela, that would be Poliana Vieira is her mother. Who is her here? Is Cristina, our mother or my mother, like we're doing here. So if we're talking about our cousins, lembra dos nossos cousins, dos nossos primos, Nena Vieira e Jefferson Vieira? So if we're gonna talk about Enriqueta Vieira here as their mother, we're talking about their. So we're gonna say something like this. Enriqueta is their mother, they. People who has no direct connection with us in the speaking. So their, Nena and Jefferson, their mother is Enriqueta Vieira. And to finish, we have demonstratives. Demonstratives, I'm sorry, are nothing more, nothing less than four little words for us to demonstrate something. That's why they are called demonstratives. They are this, that, these, and those. How can we use demonstratives? This is so hard to say. For example, I have a pen, okay? And I want to talk about this pen, and I'm gonna show you this pen. Eu quero destacar essa caneta em meu discurso. So, eu vou usar esses demonstrativos para isso. How can I use them? For example, I'm talking about a pen. Vamos imaginar que agora eu estou falando de uma caneta. Ah, porque a caneta é azul, porque a caneta é blá blá blá. E você me pergunta que caneta? And then I'm gonna say, this pen. Okay? This is why we use demonstratives. What pen are you talking about? This pen. The difference between this and that is the distance. If it's close, this pen. If it's far, that pen is the distance. And the difference between these and those is that they are in plural. That's it. So I'm going to even separate them here. We have singular and we have plural, but they mean the same. But this is singular, this is plural. This is one, and these are two or more. These, this, these, this. And when we are talking about that and those, that is singular, those is plural. So that pen, distance, those things, they are distance, but they are plural. Okay? We use demonstratives to talk about family too. Okay? For example, coming back to our family here, we are Joanna Dante. So if we are talking about demonstratives and we're talking about our parents, I will say, this is my mom. If we are talking about plural, talking about them both, Christina Dante and Eric Dante, I would say, these are my parents. But imagine that we are in a room. tá? Imagina que a gente está num grande salão, numa festa, a gente está com nossos pais, mas eles estão um pouquinho distantes porque estão conversando com outras pessoas, a gente está aqui, eles estão do outro lado do salão, conversando com outras pessoas. Então nos perguntam, quem são seus pais? Who are your parents? Then you're gonna point them in the distance and say, those are my parents. Or if you're only with your mother, that is my mother. Okay? This close, that distance, these close, those distant. And in the second link in the description below, nesse segundo link aqui embaixo, nós temos um exercício sobre demonstrativos. This, that, these, and those. Looking at the image, you just need to choose what is right to each case. Okay? And this was our class for today, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you had enjoyed. Ok? Faça os exercícios para praticar and see you in our live class. Bye bye.